Welcome back to another episode of TVGP's We Roguelike It, the show we play every roguelike in history. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me as always is Moonpeer.
You really need to stop with that catchphrase. Hello, everybody.
I'm just dashing through this game like Hades. The main character of Hades, whose name is Hades, right?
Well,
yep. Anyways, also joining me, Monkey Senior.
Hello. It's like that the Zelda problem.
right, exactly.
Main character.
Yeah, you're playing as Zelda, right? Rescuing the princess something.
Yes, Princess Zelda 2.
I have an important question for everyone this week. Is it possible for the more you play this game that you're getting worse?
Yes.
I'm asking for a friend.
1,000% yes.
That's been my week.
Especially based on conversations with friend of the show, Mr. Big Mackie. It's 1,000% possible to get worse the more you play.
That's been my week. This week is a lot of like, boy, I'm dying real early in the beginning of the first floor here.
Are you changing weapons or are you?
Nope. just having a bad week.
Experimenting with boons or choosing ones that you like.
No, just
okay. So Boston is what we're learning.
Yeah, I'm just bad this week. Yeah.
Okay.
I made it to the third floor once, so I beat the snaky boss, which when I got a really solid build was startlingly easy. I didn't use my first resurrection until the third floor, so I got through the first two bosses without dying. So I had like one solid run this week. My runs go a lot better if I remember on the second floor to stay out of the fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fire is real bad.
There was one time I was in Charon's shop and I stepped on the fire and died. I still had my resurrection, but I was like, oh my god, this is not a good look.
God. When I was still making YouTube videos, I had a run of Enter the Gungeon, where I got to essentially to get all the way to the end, you have to go find a special shopkeeper and pick up an item that you can use to finish the run properly. I didn't realize that the shopkeeper had flames all around it. Made it super close all the way to the end, stepped on the fire and died. It's just like in the only safe room on that floor. I was like, great.
Suck.
So, other than Boston sucking, important question. It's the question we ask every single second episode.
Yes.
And I can see the head shakes, which means that Monkey, have you beat the game yet?
No, I have not. I've come so close.
Yeah, let's talk about that, shall we? So, I'm guessing you've made it up to the final boss.
Yes.
Okay, because so did I. And based on conversations with several people who have been playing this game, you cannot defeat him your first time. Nobody I talked to defeated that boss the first time, no matter how strong their build was. And I had a wicked strong build.
He's really hard.
Jeez.
And the reason I think that is because as soon as you face that boss for the first time, spoiler alert, it's Hades. When you get to him for the first time and return back to the hall, so much stuff gets unlocked. Like immediately the first time you face him, it's just and here is this person, and here is this person, and here's this thing you can do, and now there's weapons that you can do 20% bonus damage with. Oh, and by the way, here is how you use Titan Blood. Oh, and also the first time you leave and go on a new run after that, here is a new Greek god for you to meet that you've never met before. And it's just like,
oh, jeez.
So basically, you're not supposed to beat him the first time, I don't think.
Right, because the game you just need to meet him to take the next step.
And then you get like a cutscene and everything as well the first time you go on your next run after you faced him the first time. So,
oh, jeez.
I can't help but think that, maybe he's unbeatable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's really hard. I can't imagine someone actually doing it, but I feel like you might be able to, but it's so hard.
It's like the Demon Souls tutorial boss, where it's like, you can technically beat him, but you're supposed to die.
Well, I literally had him to like 3 hits left, and he killed me in like 2 hits. Like 2 hits that took away pretty much a full health bar. And one of
Right.
them was one of the stupid exploding skulls. Have fun with that, Boston.
Oh, great. Yeah, I did manage to. I think I had a really great run last week where I unlocked a bunch of oh god, what are the ambrosia? Is that what the drinks are?
Yep.
It's nectar and ambrosia. Yeah.
Nectar
okay.
is the basic B one. Ambrosia is the high tier one.
Oh, okay. Well, I had like 6 of those. So I was just giving them to everyone who didn't have everyone except for one of them, of course, based on Moon's advice last week. I was giving them to everybody that didn't have their first heart, so I unlocked like 5 additional heirlooms. None of them seemed super duper great.
I don't like the god ones, like the Greek god ones. I just don't like those. It's like, oh, your next boon will be from this god. It's like, I don't care. Like,
Right.
give me something good. Like,
Yeah.
If you really like a certain god, then
You're just like supercharging it. Yeah.
yeah.
I did. Speaking of supercharging, I did run into Eurydice for the first time.
Okay,
Which,
I'm terrible with names, and my brain is half asleep at all times. Which one's that one?
yes, she's the
nymph
late.
in the second place.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
The singer who
Yeah.
is making soups.
Yeah, with like the tattoos. Yeah.
Mhm.
I picked her boon. She gave me 3 of them. I picked the one for like massively increasing the rarity of 2 of my boons, and it brought them all the way to like purple rarity, but it wasn't either of the ones that were really great. I was like, curses.
Yep, sounds about right.
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah, I met the equivalent of that person on the next floor. I don't know their name
Okay.
because it literally said question marks above their name, and I haven't met them again since.
Okay.
I forgot what
That's
their name
interesting.
was.
Yeah, I met that person. I got to Hades twice. The second time I knew it was a losing battle. Like, it's like, oh, I'm going into the last boss with soy milk and no damage. This should be fun.
Right. I have 12 health. All right.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be a losing battle, and that's fine. That's part of the whole thing. Like I said, I unlocked the 20% bonus for using specific weapons now. So whenever I go into the weapon room, I just look for the thing that's purple, and it's like, I'm just going to use that weapon.
Yeah, I have that too for like, is it 20% damage or 20% darkness?
Yeah, it gives
of
you
the
more
purple
darkness,
resource.
and then you can upgrade it to give you 20% more gemstones.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So I'm just doing that at the moment, just doing some runs, trying to get some of them prophecies fulfilled.
I just unlocked that. I wish the game nudged you in the direction of like open the scrying pool, like unlock the scrying pool and that table for the prophecies. Like these are the ones you sort of want early. Like these are the big changing ones, and the other ones are just paint
It does
colors.
kind of say in the item descriptions that this is something you can't do without.
Oh, okay, I guess I didn't.
I think
Pay attention to that.
if you hover over it, like
Yeah.
if you
highlight it, yeah, I think when it gives you the
Right.
descriptions, yeah, I think it says
it's
that.
like,
Just give me like an arrow, like in an old arcade game, where it's like,
Yeah.
go,
That
go,
would be
go.
nice. I hate to say this, I might be coming around on the spear.
Oh, hello.
I don't like any of the weapons really, except for the standard sword, because I know exactly which hammer upgrade I want for the sword, because I know what it does.
Which one's that?
It's the one that heals you whenever you attack somebody, so I want
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
That's the good
Like,
stuff.
Cut my health in half at the start of the run, and then just every single time I see a Minotaur heart, I'm like, I'm going to numb on that Minotaur heart, I'm going to numb on that Minotaur heart, and that Minotaur heart. I don't even care if my boons aren't up to task right now. I'll sort them out later down the line,
Right.
because my main focus is getting that one and then my health up so I can literally heal and just DPS my way through most combat, if I'm completely honest.
Right.
Do either of you guys have a least favorite god?
Oh God. The forest wood elf sprite lady.
Artemis?
I
The
think
one
that's
with
her.
the one with
The bow?
the archer
The green bow and
symbol.
arrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Artemis the Hunter. Yeah.
I feel like every time I run into her, it it seems to only I don't know if that's her build or whatever. It only seems to give me critical chance stuff.
Mhm.
And that's
That's
not
her.
super useful.
I have two who I hate.
Hmm.
Aphrodite.
Okay.
Her abilities are trash, and her cast one, which I never use cast, by the way.
Which one's cast? The one where you throw the stuff out?
Yeah, it's where you throw the
yeah,
red
crystal
diamond thing.
Yeah.
I just do that in bosses to get like the extra 128% damage.
And now I do that because I have finally unlocked that thing in the mirror, because I just didn't do the mirror at all for a while. But her casting makes it a shotgun, so it only goes about 3 feet in front of you, and it's absolutely horrific.
It's not great. I mean, it's really strong, but you don't want to be
But my
doing
problem,
the cast. You want to be attacking.
yeah, my problem with it was though is I had Poseidon's dash ability, which pushed people away. So I would dash to somebody, stop in front of them, push them away, and then cast, and it wouldn't hit them because they were too far away because of the push. And I was just like,
Roguelikes.
so basically I've got to dash around them, like to behind them, walk behind them, and hit them with this thing. I was just like, just go away. And I don't like Dionysus. I just don't like Dionysus at all.
Poison.
Yeah, he's
What's
the party god. Yeah.
I like the idea behind Hangover, but I feel like if you can upgrade it a little bit, it can get pretty strong, but in its sort of default first pickup, it's not as strong as some of the other ones, unless I'm just totally missing something.
It's fine. I kind of don't like Hermes because he doesn't
Okay.
he doesn't have any available duos. This is the flight god.
The one who's like jumping in his picture.
His wings as his
Okay,
symbol.
yeah. I've barely seen anything from him.
The old school arrow helmet.
He's just all about speed, so he gives you like attack speed buffs and movement speed.
Mm-hmm.
But like
I like his movement speed stuff, like plus 20% movement speed for his first level. I like that a lot, but like I feel like that's not the best use of him.
Yeah, so all the other gods have available like duo
I was going to ask
with
if
each other.
anyone has bumped into any duos yet.
Yeah. Some of those are really strong. Like it was like Demeter and the ice one, and I think it was Athena or one of them. But their duo is, as long as you don't have any more resurrections, you just you get health regen, and it's like,
Oh
wow,
jeez,
that's so strong.
just like flat out health regen.
So
wow.
Yeah, you can actually see how to unlock them in your codex if you go to that god and then look at their boon. It's the minus button.
Oh, okay.
And then you can just scroll through it, because all of those require you to have one of each of the gods you're looking for, like one of their ability or boons, and then there's a chance to get the duo.
A duo, yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
I think I had an Ares and it wasn't Artemis, Athena duo, and it was just ridiculously overpowered. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm perfectly happy with this one.
That's cool. I was wondering if there was going to be any kind of firmer synergies, because there seems like there's some light ones if you get kind of one good solid upgrade from this one, and then Zeus has you when you dash you cast lightning, but it's exciting to hear that there are like specific synergies. There's a lot in this game.
Yes, there is,
not in a bad way, but like there's just a ton.
Calls. Any particular favorite calls so far? Because I'm going to go Ares all the way with the calls.
I like Zeus.
I haven't seen Zeus's yet. Does he just like fire lightning everywhere?
Yeah, pretty much.
Have you unlocked the call yet, Boston?
No, I'm trying to think. Like, I feel like I've unlocked them, but I feel like I've never picked them because the game hasn't explained them well enough to where I would want to pick that.
Our boss fights, they are absolutely crucial. Because basically, depending on what it's for, it's the right below your health. As soon as you pick one up, you'll have an energy bar that fills. The more damage you do, the more damage you take, that energy bar fills. When it gets to like one notch, you can do a call, but it's only like, I think the time fluctuates, but like Ares is like 1.6 seconds or something like that. But when you get 4 bars...
So it's like a super meter in a fighting game?
1,000%. And like Ares' ability, when you get the all filled out, you do it and you do his swirling blades of death thing that he leaves when you use like dash and cast and stuff like that. You become a human one of them and you are invincible for like 6 seconds doing constant damage. So you just literally go and I go and stand right by Megara and go, eat this, Megara, and then just watch his health plummets down.
God, this game is so cool. Like, I feel like it's more recently Neon Abyss, we sort of went through this where it's like, oh, have you guys seen this? Oh, have you guys seen that? But there weren't as many systems in that. And I think Hades feels like one of the few games where we keep talking about more systems and more stuff that we're unlocking. And instead of us being like, oh God, here's another thing to do, it's like, all right, cool, put it on the pile. Like everything's going to synergize. Everything works really well together. And it feels like it's one of those few games where an early access period worked really well for them because number one, the game isn't impossible out of the gate when it hit 1.0. And we're seeing all these systems that all seem to work together. And that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Like, I really genuinely like this game a lot. Like,
one of my regrets this week is I had very little time this week. I wish I had more time to play Hades this week.
I had a lot of time to play Hades.
Nice. So that's exciting. Like, I was really low on time this week, and I was sort of bummed out about it.
Yeah.
I'd say, like, just one other thing that I love that almost the entire game is voice acted.
Yes.
And it's really good voice acting. And I just want to point out
almost
Megara's.
No like,
Megara's in particular is super good for me.
I like the voice effect they have on Nyx. I think that's pretty cool. I didn't realize that the narrator of the game and like all of the other games from the studio, that guy does Hades as well.
He does a bunch of voices.
Yeah, he does a bunch of voices in this, but I think he does a really good Hades. And I like that this is the first Supergiant game that doesn't rely very heavily on that guy as your narrator, because I think it's been a worry from a lot of people, including myself, where it's like, all right, this is starting to seem a little bit like a crutch here. Pyre didn't 100% do that, but their first 2 games definitely did. So, but Hades, real good. Still real good.
Yeah.
Happy we're having it here on the show, and happy all of us are starting to get deeper and deeper into it. So, 2 thumbs up for Hades. Any last thoughts here before we head out?
Go play Hades, I guess.
Yeah, like it's probably one of 2020's best games as we continue to dig into it. Everyone is talking about it for a reason, because it's genuinely really good. All right, that's our episode, and we'll see you all next run. Bye.
Bye.